works, people. Works not only in school, but in work and relationships. You don't communicate, it ain't going to be good. 6.1, 30/9. An investment counselor calls with a hot stock tip. He believes if the economy remains strong, the investment will result in a profit of $40,000. So strong is $40,000. If the economy grows at a moderate pace, the investment will profit in $20,000. This is the insurance question, just reworded. However, if the economy goes in a recession, the investment will result in a loss of $40,000. You contact an economist who believes that there is a 20% probability the economy will remain strong, a 70% probability moderate, and a 10% that it will go into a recession. What is the expected value? What did I tell you was the expected value? The expected value is the same thing as the what? What is the expected value? It's the same thing as the what? What do we find in probability and statistics? The two most important things, the mean and the standard deviation. Good. So you did know it. Okay, the mean. So you're going to take the event, which is X, and P of X, and you're going to add it up. And you're going to multiply these two up and add them up, because the mean is equal to the summation of X times P of X. So I'm going to just do it on the calculator because I don't feel like pulling up the spreadsheet right now. So second quit, and we're going to do parentheses 40,000 times 0.2, close parentheses, plus open parentheses 20,000 times 0.7, times 0.7 plus negative 40,000, because that is not a profit, that's a loss, times 0.1. And you've got an expected value of 18,000. Somebody check me, please, and give me a thumbs up or down if that's what y'all got. Okay, so is 18,000 positive or negative?
Positive.
So therefore, you're going to have a profit. So since it's positive, you're going to have a profit. Doesn't matter what the number is, just so long as it's positive or negative. I'm going to leave that up for a couple of seconds. I am recording. Make sure I'm recording. And 18,000 should be your answer. Just like the insurance question. And I'll put it back up just in case you need it again. There it is. Economy strong, you're going to profit 40,000. Moderate, 20,000. recession, you're going to lose 40,000. There's a 20% chance of a strong economy, a 70% chance of a moderate economy, and a 10% chance of a recession. Any questions on that one? Okay. Next question. Let's take care of that one. 6.131/10. 6.131/10. This might be the insurance question. In the game of roulette, a player can place an $8 bet on the number 35 and have a probability, 1/38th probability of winning. If the metal ball lands on 35, the player gets to keep the $8 paid to play the game, and the player is awarded an additional $280. Otherwise, the player is awarded nothing, and the casino takes the player's $8. What is the expected value of the game to the player? If you played the game 1,000 times, how much would you expect to lose? Okay, well, you either win or you lose. Okay, you either win or you lose. Now, they say the odds of winning is what? 1/38. So P of X is 1/38. Somebody tell me what the odds or what the probability of losing is.
37/38.
37/38. Now, if you win, okay, you got to look at this through your eyes. If you win, it looks like you're going to get $280. And if you lose, you're going to lose what? $8. So I'm going to change that 1/38 into a decimal. Well, you don't have to. Just take your calculator. And we're going to do 280. Actually, we could, no, we better not do that. Let me clear it. And we're going to do 280. Let me put parentheses. Parentheses, 280 times, parentheses, 1/38, close parentheses, plus, open parentheses, -8 times, open parentheses, 37/38, close parentheses. It looks like it's going to come up to be negative. I don't know. Yep. Negative, your expected value is -0.42. So if you play 1,000 times, multiply that by 1,000, you're pretty much going to lose $421. Now, that's the way I see the question being done. I could be wrong, but that is how you do it. So the expected value is a negative, so you're going to lose money. And then if you played 1,000 times, you're going to lose 421 bucks. Now, I may be totally wrong. Negative 0.42 and 421 bucks. I didn't round to the nearest cent. Can somebody round to the nearest cent for me? 421.05. That's all right. I'll do it. 05. And that's it. Who's got a question? Anybody? I'll put it back up so you can see it. And just so everybody knows the videos, you can rewind and fast forward the videos to see how to do some of the stuff. I know some of y'all aren't allowed to watch the videos. I don't know why, but you're not allowing yourself to watch them, but that's okay. We all have found out what that gets you. All right, so that's all the 6. Here's a 6.2 somebody sent. 6.239. 6.239/8. So far, all these could be test questions. I haven't found any of them that are okay. This one, there's several of these on the test because these are gimmies. These are probably the easiest questions on the test as far as calculating. Okay, NPX. N is equal to 10. P is equal to 0.8. And since it's an equal and not an inequality, X is equal to 9. So we're going to use PDF because that means precise since it's equals. So take your handy dandy calculator. And go to second bars. And we did these in class. Binomial PDF. And 10.8 and 9. You got a 0.2684 probability. So you got a 27% chance of having 9 events happening, whatever they're asking the 9 is. You got a 27% chance that this 9 is going to happen, whatever it is. 9 tails. If you flip a coin 9 more times, will it be tails? You got a 27% chance based on N is equal to 10 and P is equal to 0.8. So this is binomial PDF. Now, if y'all were a communicating bunch, you would raise your hand right now and you would ask me what? In relation to PDF versus what?
CDF.
Good job. Why don't you ask it? Why don't y'all ask it? Can somebody tell me the difference between PDF and CDF?
Don't you like only use PDF when it asks for an exact number?
Exactly, and you use CDF when it's cumulative. Binomial CDF when it's cumulative, meaning inequalities. Now see, y'all didn't know that. And I intentionally left that out to get y'all to ask a question. And y'all didn't even ask a question. So y'all went into a test and you went into homework and you didn't even ask that one question. Not very smart. It's like going into a room with a gun that's half loaded. What do we get? Point what? 2684. Next question. 7.2, 11/5. 7.2, 11/5. So what somebody ought to be doing right now is somebody needs to be finding a cumulative. Is everybody listening? Somebody needs to be finding a homework question with a cumulative, with an inequality in it out of 6.2, and you need to be sending it to me. That's the way this works. I feel like I have to explain everything. Y'all know how it works. Y'all just don't want to do it. All right, this one says, okay, we got to get our handy dandy sheets out. The sheets that y'all will not print out. And there's our sheet. 7.2, 11/5. 7.2, 11/5. And they're saying they want the area to the left of negative 2.16 and to the right. Oh, that's not A. There's A. Well, this will be B. To the right of 1.16. A, they want the left of -1 and the right of +1. And do they have a C? Nope. Okay, so the first one is left of -2.16. So first of all, this is 0, 1, -2, -3, 1, 2, 3. And -2.16, well, there's 2.5, there's 2.25. So 2.16 would be maybe right in here. We got -9999 on this arrowhead right here. They want to know this area to the left of -2.16 and to the right of 1.16. I know I'm doing B first. I'm sorry. 1.16, and this is 9999. Well, by the empirical rule, this is less than 2.5, so I'm going to say 2.4 maybe, 0.0240. And this is a little bit less than 16, so I'm going to say 0.1500. So by the empirical rule, the total would be 0.1740. So by the empirical rule, I get a total of 0.1740. So let's check and see what we get with our handy dandy calculator. So calculator, second vars, normal CDF, negative 99999 to negative 2.16. And instead of 0.0240, I get 0.0154. So the calculator gives me 0.0154. And now we do the other side. So the other side, we're going to go from 1.16 to 9999. Second vars, 1.16 to 9999. I said it was going to be around 15%. It's around 12%. 0.1230. Calculator equals 0.1230. So take 0.1230 and add 0.0154, and I get 0.1384. So the calculator on B gives me 0.1384. So that's the answer for B. Okay, so the empirical rule, the closer you get to the tails, the more off you're going to be, because it's hard to estimate it because it's so small. So I said 0.024, and it was 0.0154. Over here, I said it was going to be 15%. Came out to be 12%. So just add those two calculated terms, and you get 0.1384. Okay, now we're going to do the red, A. -1 is right here. +1 is right here. And what can y'all tell me about the green areas? What are they? Well, they have the same number, so what are they to each other? Starts with a S.
Symmetrical.
They are symmetrical. What's good about symmetrical in real life or in math? What's good about it? Since they're mirror images, you don't have to do twice the math. You just multiply them by what? 2. So we're going to find this is 16% by the empirical rule. So I'm going to take my handy dandy calculator and do -9999 to -1. So second vars, normal CDF, -9999 to -1. And we get 0.1587. So the calculated value is 0.1587. And I'm going to multiply that by 2. 0.3173. 0.3173. So that is the value in green. So let's go back to the question. And the top one, 0.3173. Right there. Oh, me. 0.3173 and 0.3184. And we've already drawn the pictures, so, oh, I didn't see this one. Okay, negative 0.11. I'm going to go to another drawing. And we'll do this in orange. Negative 0.11. And 1.23. All right, so here's our negative 0.11. Well, how did you get that, Hubert? Well, this is a half, and this would be 0.25. Well, I got it maybe a little bit too much. So and then here's 1.23 right beside 1.25. Take your handy dandy calculator. Second bars. Excuse me. Normal CDF. Negative 9999 to negative 0.11. I got 0.4562. And then from 1.23 to 9999, and that gives us 0.1094. So 0.1094 plus 0.4562, I get 0.5656. And that's the total. Makes a whole lot more sense when you draw it out. And that should be the answer there. So those are 3 good test questions because this is 3 parts. So that's 3 good test questions. Good. Somebody took my hint. Thank you, Mr. Hamby. 6.224/11. 6.224/11. Six 6.224/11. And this one says you got 9 households. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You got 9 households. The survey says that there's a 0.4 chance that they watch I Love Lucy. Okay? What is the probability that less than 4 households watch I Love Lucy? So that's a question that could be asked. Okay, so how do you do it? Well, you got an inequality here. An inequality means that you've got to do less than 3. I'm sorry, less than 4. So that means less than 4. Take my handy dandy green highlighter. And that means 0 households, 1 household, 2 households, and 3 households. Why do I not include 4? Somebody tell me. I want somebody to actually tell me why I do not include 4.
Because it's not less than or equal to.
Because it's not less than or equal to. So you just type in your calculator. You go back to your handy dandy whiteboard and type in your calculator cumulative. Because I want the numbers added together of 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I do cumulative, binomial cumulative. Second bars, go down to cumulative and type in, I forgot the numbers, 9 households. What was the probability? 0.4. 0.4. And I want to know the probability of 0, 1, 2, and 3. And that is 0.4826. Excuse me. So the probability of 0, 1, 2, 3 households watching a certain TV show is 0.4826. 0, 1, 2, 3 is also written as x is less than 4. Those are the same things. A lot of people say, well, Hubert, why don't you shade in the middle? Let somebody tell me what half a household looks like. Tell me what 3/4 of a household looks like. There ain't one. That's why it's called discrete. There's no fractions, decimals, or percents. There's no fraction of a household. If it's got a TV in it and a family lives in it, it's a household. So that should be your answer. 4826. Thank you for following my lead on that one, Mr. Hamby. I know you didn't have to do that. I should have gotten 14 questions, but I only got 1, so I guess that's better than nothing. 7.213/8. 7.213/8. Get my picture over here. 7.213/8. 7.213/8. What does it say? It says, find the z-score such that the area under the standard normal curve to the left is 0.49. Well, why is 0.49 easy to find? To the left is equal to 0.4900. Why is 0.4900 easy to find on the curve? Somebody tell me why 0.4900 is easy to find on the curve.
Because it's close to 0.5.
Because the middle is point what?
0.5.
So this is 0.5000. So 49 would be right about here. It said to the left. So we're given an area and we need to find a z-score. So we got to use inverse norm. Inverse norm is when you're given an area and you got to find a z-score. So let's use inverse norm. Second bars, inverse norm, and 0.4900. We want the left, and we know it's going to be like negative 0.1 or less. 0.0251. I'm sorry, 0.03. Negative 0.03. Now, despite the book screwing this up, I'd like to remind everybody, and this goes in red. I said this before, and I'll say it again. In all the books that I've seen in my tenure as a teacher, the area has always been given in 4 decimal places. And the z-score has always been given in 2 decimal places. Now, for some crappy reason, this book or this test or this homework decided to give you an area in 2 digits. And naturally, what is that going to do to the student? Put in an area in 2 digits is going to do what to the student?
Confuse them.
Confuse them. So all I can tell you is when you get to a problem like this, you're going to have to highlight the word area and make sure you highlight the word left or right or between. Between is center. So area, highlight that. Highlight which direction. And then add 2 zeros to this so you'll remember 0.49 is an area, 0.4900. Did anybody notice in the homework when you were given an area, when you were putting in an area for an answer, what did they tell you to round it to? I didn't turn on my dadgum video, I'm sorry. What did they tell you to round it to? Anybody? When they ask you for an area in the test and the homework, they ask you to round it to how many decimal points? 4. But when they give you an area, they give you 0.49. Can somebody tell me what that is? That's just wrong. Anyway, the answer is 0.03. Appreciate the foreheads and the ceiling fans this morning. Now we address the communication. Maybe we can address the foreheads and the ceiling fans, reckon? .210 or 7.2 1710. 17 or 7.2 1710. All right, I'm going to let y'all do this one. Excuse me. Find the z-scores that separate the middle 35%. Middle. You need to highlight middle 35%. Highlight that. Of the distribution from the area of the tails, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, well, I'm going to do it with you because some of y'all don't know how to do this one. The middle what? 35%. So that means this side is 17. And this side is 17. So I'm going to draw my handy dandy green marker. Draw a line here. And here. And this area right here is called the middle 17 what? Or the middle what? 35%. There's the middle 35%. And what they want to know what these two z-scores are. Now, you can do this with center, or you can do it the long way and say, well, this is 17%, then this is 33%, and do inverse norm 0.3300, and then multiply this, or whatever number you get for this z-score with that, it's going to be the opposite here. Now, you could do it that way, or you could do it with inverse norm and center. So I'm going to show you how to do center. So second, inverse norm, or vars, inverse norm, and I'm going to type in 0.3500. Isn't that 17 and 17? Was it 34? What was it? $35. Oh, I'm sorry. So that's 17.5. So that would be 32.5, 3250. And this is 3250. So type in right here 0.3500, and instead of left, you put center. And then it should give you negative 0.45 and positive 0.45. Yep. Negative 0.45 and positive 0.45. And that's your answer. So I'll just leave this up for a couple of seconds. So the video will have it on there for the two people that's going to watch it.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
On my calculator, it doesn't let me choose left, center, or right.
Okay, then you have an older calculator. Then what you would do is you would do inverse norm 0.3250. Tell me what you get. Do that. Do inverse norm 0.3250. Tell me what you get.
Negative 0.4537.
And then, since it's symmetrical, since this is symmetrical, you just get the positive over here.
Okay, thank you.
That's what you do. Gum, mark down another one for communication. I'll be damned. All right. Some of y'all are grumbling. Next. Is that all the questions y'all sent me? Nope. Here's another one. And this is 7.225/15. 7.2 25/15. And we got to finish up because we're running out of time. Don't we end at, no, what time we end? 9:25. I get y'all mixed up with Monday, Tuesday, Friday. All right, so 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. And I'm not looking at their stuff. I don't want to look at their stuff. Okay, they want to know what is the probability. Oh, this is a mean of 48. Let me throw this out. Mean of 48 and a standard deviation of 7. Oh, great. I get to add 7s. 48 plus 7 is what? 55. 55 plus 7 is what? 62. 62 plus 7 is 69. I hope I got those right. 48 minus 7 is 41. 41 minus 7 is 34. 34 minus 7 is 27. Will somebody please check those, please? Okay, good. Now, they say, what is the probability of your score if you took this same test? What is, and I'm just using test as an example. These are test scores or ages. You could say, what is the probability that a person is below the age of 46 or below or equal to 46? And you would find 46, well, 41 plus 3 is 44. So 44 is right there. So we'll just say 46 is right at a quarter using the empirical rule. And less than or equal to is the left side. So this z-score is equal to, we've got to find the z-score. Now, if you've got a newer calculator, you can do this all at one time. And I'm not going to worry about that because you know if you got a newer calculator because you can put in the mean and the standard deviation. But I'm assuming that everybody has an old calculator, and that way the people with new calculators can figure it out. So what do you do if you have an old calculator? Well, you got to change it. You got to get a z-score for that 46. So we got to change that 46. So 46 minus 48 over 7. And that's going to be -2 over 7. And somebody take 2 divided by 7, please, and give me 2 decimal points. I think it's going to be around 0.25. What is 2 divided by 7, please?
0.29.
0.29. So we're going to go from -9999 to -0.29. Now, if you've got a newer calculator, you can type in 46, and you can type in the mean is 48, and the standard deviation is 7, and it will spit out the same answer. So, but I'm not going to go through that because y'all can figure that out. But if I help everybody from a old calculator up, then everybody will be able to get them. So -9999, you would punch in -9999, and then you would punch in right here. In a newer calculator, you would punch in 46. But I'm going to type in -0.29. And then a newer calculator, you would punch in 48 and then 7. And you get the same answer as we did, 0.3859. So this area is 0.3859. So what is the probability that you're going to score a 46 or lower on this test? You got a 39% chance. So 0.3859 is your answer. 0.3859. Well, I can't, 0.3859. Next question. This one, 7.2, 33. 7.2, 33 / 17. Assume a random variable is 41, 50, 59, 60, what? 68. And then backwards, 41 minus 9. I hate these. 32. 32 minus 9 is 23. Somebody help me out. 23 minus 9 is 14. Somebody give me a thumbs up. Check those, please. Okay. All right. It says find the 15th percentile. That's how you write the 15th percentile. Notice, what did I put? The 0.15 in what? How many decimal places? 4. So that means I've got to find the percentage 0.1500, and it's going to fall. This is 16 right here. So inverse norm 0.1500. Second, vars inverse norm 0.1500. If you have a newer calculator, you can type in the mean and the standard deviation, and we want the left. Doesn't it say up to? Let's make sure. What does it say? Find the 15th percentile. So that means the bottom 15% against the top 85%. Okay, so I'm going to do it from a old calculator perspective. Paste. And there's my z-score. Oh, shoot, I hit center. Hold on. Second bars. Normals, inverse norm. Change that to left. Now paste. Negative 1.04. Negative 1.04. That is our z-score. Well, I need a test score. It's going to be around 32, probably a little bit below 32. So x is equal to Oz plus mu. X is equal to 7 or 9 times negative 1.04 plus 41. You do that in your calculator. So 9 times negative 1.04 plus 41. And we said it was going to be around 32, a little bit less than 32. 31.64. That's your answer. How they want to round it is up to them. And all of these are test questions because I haven't seen any that's stupid. These are all good test questions. Some of them may be single test questions. This is a single test question. Some of them that has 4 parts, you can count that as 4 test questions. So let's pull up this question again. It says round to 2 decimal places. So 31.64. All right, since this one has been sent a lot, we're going to do another one that somebody else has sent. And I'll go with Miss Timms. 7.233, same one. I want y'all to do it. Give you 2 minutes. All right, do that one. $41, $45, $49, $33 or $53. $37, $33, $29, I hope. Find the 10th percentile. Well, this is 16. This is 2.5. So, by the empirical rule, half of 13 is 6.75. 6.75 plus 2 is 9.25, something like that. So that's half is 9.25. So 10 would be a little bit more than half. I'm just going to put it right about there. 0.1000. So you need a z-score. If you have an old calculator, you're going to put in 0.1000. So second bars, inverse norm, 0.1000, and paste. And that's negative 1.28. And now you're going to use Oz plus mu. X is equal to Oz plus mu. X is equal to 4 times negative 1.28 plus 41. And what did y'all get? Either with a new calculator or old calculator, what did you get? It's going to be around, let's see, forward would be 35. I'm going to say around 36, 35 and a half. What is it?
35.88.
35.88. Is that what everybody got? Thumbs up, down? Okay. And that's 35.88. And that takes care of those two questions. 7.233. /17. Assume variable, that's the same one. I don't know why we're doing the same one. Maybe I just, okay, 39. I'm sorry. There was several. 39, this is 39 slash 39/20. 39/20. Okay, this is actually a test question. I saw it on yesterday's test when I was doing the 120 from yesterday. Okay, so you need to put 1252 in the middle. And I'm going to start you out. I ain't got time to do the whole problem. I still got some more questions to go over. But 1252 in the middle. And then we got to add. So let me get the candy dandy calculator back. It'll take a minute for it to come up. So y'all go ahead and be adding them on the right and subtracting them on the left. I'll pull it back up for you. I'm still waiting for my calculator to come up, so. Okay, what's the problem? Come on. Okay, there it is. So we're going to clear that. We're going to do 1252 plus 129. That's 1381 plus 129. 1510 plus 129. 1639. And then we go to the other side, 1252 minus 129, 1123 minus 129. Oh, 1123 minus 129, 994 minus 129, 865. So that's what my curve looks like. And they're going to ask you some questions. We're going to put them in different colors because I don't want to go back and forth. So I'm going to write everything down. The first one says between 1,000 and 1,500. Okay, between 1,000 and 1,500. All right, the second one says fewer than 1050. fewer than 1050. And that's supposed to be another color. I don't use red. Fewer, we'll use blue. Fewer than 1050. And then orange, more than 1200. And then what is the percentile rank of a bag that contains 1450? 1450 would be equal to, so I'm going to make that pink, equal to 1450. So there is our curve between 1000 and 1500. 1000 is going to be right in here. And 1500 is going to be right in here. Now, I'm not going to go through the math, but you take your calculators and you either use your new calculator and put in the mean and the standard deviation of 129 and type in from 1000 to 1500 and you'll get your four-digit area. If you don't have a new calculator, you're going to have to change to 1000 and 1500 in the z-scores. So that's going to be 1000 minus 1252 over 129.
Priority 1 message.
And then 1500 minus 1000 divided by 129. And then use your old calculator, go from this z-score to this z-score. And remember, this arrowhead is called negative 9999. This arrowhead is called 9999 for your other. So let's do the blue. Fewer than 1050. Well, 1050, that's 1000. 1050 is going to be right in here. So you would do negative 9999 to 1050, or change 1050 into a z-score, 1252 over 129. Change it into a z-score and go from negative 9999 to that blue z-score. More than 1200. 1200 would be right in here. You have a new calculator, you type in 1200, mean and standard deviation, or if you have an old calculator, minus 1252 over 129, and go from that z-score to 9999. And then the last one in pink, 1450, is going to be somewhere in here. And they just want to know what percentile is at, what did they say, 1450? So you got an old calculator, 1252 over 129, and they want it from the left, negative 9999 to whatever that z-score is. That's how you do that one. The reason I'm not doing it is because it's 4 digits and it takes too much with a mouse and a calculator to do it. So I'm just showing you how to do it. Okay? And that's that one. Next. Okay, 739, 740. This 740 y'all sent several times, so let's go look at that one before y'all start going into convulsions. It says 6.2 40/40/21. The ability to determine the age of someone's individual can be difficult if they are not quality government records of birth. Bone growth takes place at a growth rate plates at the end of long bones. Once a growth plate fuse, blah, 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 blah. The age at which growth plates fuse for males is approximately normally distributed with a mean of 18.8 and a standard deviation of 16.3. Well, I'm not doing that. 16.3. Y'all can go ahead and start adding them and subtracting them. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make this 19, and I'll make this standard deviation is 16.3. So I'm gonna make 16. That still sucks. The standard deviation is 16, so that's going to be 35. And 16 is going to be 51. I think it's going to be 51. Hell, I don't know. 51, 67. And then 19 minus 16 is 3. And 3 minus 16 is negative 13. And negative 13 minus 16 is negative 29. Hell, I don't know if that's right or not, but it's close. All right. And what does it say down here? Okay, what is the probability that fuses after 21? Well, 21 is right here. 21 is going to be right in here. So if you got an older calculator, 21 minus 16.3 over 18.8. 18.8 over 16.3, and that's your z-score. And they want to know more, so that's going to go to 9999. So the z-score here to 9999 will give you that area right there. That's after age 21. What is the probability before 18? Well, before 18 would be 18 is right, 18.8. So 18 would be right in here. So you make 18 minus 18.8 over 16.3. And since they want to know less than 18, you're going to give them negative 9999 to whatever z-score this comes out to be. The next one. What proportion of males between 17 and 18? Well, again, you're going to have to get a z-score for 17. 17 is right in here because this was 21. So 17 is going to be right here. 17 minus 18.8 over 16.3. And that's that little slither right there. And that's how you do that one. Would it be unusual for a male's growth plates to fuse when he is 22 years old? Well, where is normal? So would it be normal for him to be still growing at 22? Yes or no? Yes, it'd be normal. All right, let's see what we got now. I think that's going to be it for today. I can't get rid of the question. Okay. That takes care of those three. This last one is 7.25. I got a few minutes, or is it over? I'm going to go ahead and finish. If you got to go, I've already taken the roll, but I'm going to finish this last problem. And I hope y'all have learned something this week and last week about communication and asking questions. So if you need to leave, I'm going to finish this last question for the recording for the 1 or 2 people that's going to watch it. 7.25/2, and this is the same one we started with at the beginning of class. I'm not going to do it, but I will say 0. I'll draw it out. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but 0, 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3. And I'll write the different colors for you. Says to the left, and that's left, 0.69. Left of -0.82. Left of -0.86. And left of -0.58. So the first one is 0.69. So 0.69 would be right in here. 0.69 is going to be from -9999 to 0.69, and that's going to be that area right there. The second one is -0.82. -0.82 is going to be right in here. And that would be -9999 to -0.82, and that's that pink area right there. I'm not going to do -0.86. -0.86 is going to be right beside that one. -0.86. And then -0.58, I don't know why they put them all there together. -0.58 is going to be right here. All right. Well, y'all have to tell me something. Does that help? Yes, no, maybe. Well, will y'all tell me one little thing? I just want to know one thing. Why didn't you send me the questions at the beginning? Come on. Why not? Why would you not send me the questions? I want to know. It's not like I'm mean or anything. Y'all just shy? Is that what it is? Well, shy on a date will get you a glass of water and a carrot, and shy in a classroom will get you a failing grade. So what do you got to be? You got to be more assertive. You got to be more, okay, Hubert, I don't understand this. I need to know how to do this. Okay? That work next unit, I hope? All right. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll see you later. And you're welcome for the extension.
Thank you.
You're welcome.